Good morning, Kestrels. Let's going to correct our lesson from yesterday. We were working on column method for multiplication and we were timing 4 digits numbers times 1 digit. So let's going to start with the first one. If you have a pen, if you haven't got it all prepared, just pause it, grab one, and then just get ready with your work from yesterday and we can mark it. Although I've been giving you feedback and I've been saying to some of you which one you had wrong. Okay? 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. And 3 times 2 is 6. So your answer is 6,963. Really easy. I didn't have any other tens to regroup. Let's going to go with this one. 3 times 4 is 12. Because it goes over 9 and it has tens, I carry it to my next column, so I regroup it with my next value. Okay, so I will need to add 1 at the end. 3 times 2 is 6, add 1 is 7. I've done that, so I will cross it out. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 2 is 6. So your answer is 6,972. So I'm going to go for the next one. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 4, 12. Again, I go to my next value and make my 12 and I regroup it to my next value. 3 times 3 is 9. Hey, I got 1 there, so that's not a 9 anymore, now it's a 10. Goes over 9, so I'm carrying it. 3 times 2 is 6. Add 1 is 7. Okay? This one, 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 4 is 16. At 1 is 17. And I carry it up. Okay. And let's going to go for the last one. Last one was is it 6,543 times 6, I think that is. Yeah. Okay. Right. 6 times 3. 6 times 3 is 18. Carry that one. 6 times 4 is 24. 25. Carrying 2. 6 times 5 is 32. Well done. Because I'm carrying them 2's in there. 6 times 6 is 36, but 39. So your answer should be 39,258. Right, let me see today, because today we are going to be looking at a little bit trickier. Okay, so we are going to be timing, still working on multiplication, but this time we are going to try to time things like this. And we are going to time multiplication. We are going to time numbers like those. And if you see them, they are like the ones that we use on our grid, using our grid. Remember that it was 30 and 2, and here 20 and 3, and timing 30 times 20. Okay? We are going to try to do this in a column method, because I know that some children of you, some of you really enjoy column method more. However, we need to teach as well other methods. That's why we tried the grid one the other day. So, we're going to be looking at this one. I just put it normally on my column method. And I start with my ones. That's the problem now, I have 2. So I'm going to start with my ones. Okay, let's go for it. 3 times 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. Now, I did that line really far. Now I'm going to go to my 2. Now what do you notice on my 2? It is on my tens columns. So that is the rule that we are going to be following today. Because it's on my tens, I'm just saying, hey, it's not on my ones, it's on my tens. So I'm going to start my answers here on my tens because I'm timing my tens, okay? So 2 times 2 is 4. Remember, I'm putting it underneath my tens because I'm timing my tens. 2 times 3 is 6. Now I have the answer for my ones when I multiply my ones, and I have my answer for my tens when I multiply my tens. Now I need to get them together, so I need to add them up. 6 at 0 is 6. 9 at 4 is 13. 6 at nothing is 6. At 1 is 7. Okay? How are we feeling? Let's try. Let's try to do one together. So if you get on scrap paper, on your book, let's going to try to do one together and see how it goes. Right, let's going to try 28 times 32. So let's going to do it like that. Let's go. 2 times 8. This one is going to be tricky, so just do it with me because I'm going to need to regroup. Straight away you saw that 2 times 8 is 16, so it's going over my 9, so it's having 10, so I'm going to need to carry my 10s. Now this time I can just put them in there, but maybe it's going to just confuse me, so I'm going to just keep them on my hand, okay, to help me. 2 times 8 is 16, so I'm carrying 1 to my next column, so that's 16. Now we'll have a 1 there, okay? If you want to put a 1 there, it's up to you. 2 times 2 is 4. Have 1, 5. Now I go to my next one. What happened there? What did we say? 3 is on my tens, so do I have any ones? No, because I've done my ones already. So I'm going to put my answers on my tens because I'm timing my tens. 3 times 8 is 24, and again you can put the 2 there if you want, the one that you are going to regroup, or you can just keep it on your head or on your fingers. I rather to have it on my fingers or on the whiteboard because, or on the paper, because on my head sometimes I forget them, okay? 3 times 2, have them there, sorry, 6, a 2 is 8, or a 2 is 8. Now I have my answers, now I just need to add them together. 6 at 0 is 6, 5 at 4 is 9, 8 at nothing is 8. Well done. Okay, shall we do another one together? See how we feel? Let's go to do it in this side so I don't rub it off. Just going to do, a tricky one. 83 times 24. And again, I'm going to start with my ones. 4 times 3 is 12. To put there a little mark, knowing that I am regrouping that 1 for my 12, that 1 tens to my tens column. 4 times 8 is 32. At 1 is 33. I will take it there, but because there's nothing else, I can just take it up straight away. I'm going to go for my next one. What's happening there? is on my 10. So do I need to do anything on my ones? No, I just need to show you, hey Miss Lopez, I'm timing now my 10s, so I have nothing else to do on my ones. That's a 0. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 8 is 16. I could carry my 1 there, but it's nothing else, so it goes up there. Now because I have 2 answers, I need to add them up together to get the correct one. 2 at 0 is 2, 3 at 6 is 9, 3 at 6 is 9, 1 at nothing is 1. Okay, right, what about if you have a go at 2 of them on your own, and then we mark them together. If you see that you have had them wrong, yes, do them again and then correct it again with me and see the steps, because then after I will just send you free to do your work, so I cannot really know if you struggle or not, or if not, just send me a message and then I can just try to talk to you and explain you. Let's go into the ones that I want you to have a go at. That will be 85 times 23, very tricky, and 54 times 32. Okay guys, so have a go at it, and if you finish and you're ready to mark it, just play the video again and then you can correct it with me, alright? Okay, let's going to start with my ones on my first multiplication. 3 times 5 is 15 and I'm carrying 1. 3 times 8 is 24. Add 1 is 25. 2 times 5 is 10, but then what happened? I'm on my 10, so I haven't got nothing else to do on my ones. So 2 times 5 is 10, I'm carrying that one. 2 times 8 is 16, add 1 is 17. I'll make a little bit. That's it, I have not more space. So you add them together. 5 at 0 is 5, 5 at 0 is 5, 2 at 7 is 9, 1 at 0 is 1. Okay, let's going to go to my next one. 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 5 is 10. Hey, I'm timing my 10, so I don't need to do anything else with my ones. That's a 0. 3 times 4 is 12, I'm carrying 1. 3 times 5 is 15, add 1 is 16. Let's going to add them together. 8 at 0 is 8, 2 at 0 is 2, 1 at 6 is 7, and 1 at nothing is 1. So your answer is 1728. Have a go, see how you do it, and if you need any help or you struggle, please drop me a message and I try to have a meeting with you and then help you out. Alright, adios!